Breckenridge, Colorado. Each year, thousands of people flock to Summit County from all over to experience some of the best skiing and snowboarding in the world.
Yeah, these people have it made. They got all the money, everything. They know it all, so they got nothing else to know.
Unlike most resorts, the town of Breckenridge has its own unique charm and small-town warmth, while still providing a large and eventful scene for shopping, dining, and entertainment. Main Street is ground zero for all shopping, dining, and entertainment. There are over 30 bars on this stretch of Highway 9. Popular spots like the Gold Pan Saloon, Motherloaded, Eric's, and Modus bring in crowds all winter, and some even house live music regularly. I got a chance to speak with the manager of Blue River Bistro, one of the most highly recommended restaurants in Breck. This fine dining establishment houses live music almost every night, which is why I've come here to take a closer look at Breckenridge backstage.
Okay.
Alright, so how long has Blue River Bistro been open in Breckenridge?
Jay and Mark have owned the restaurant for 10 years.
10 years. And what made them want to be a part of the nightlife?
They found a niche. They thought they needed to fill a niche in Breckenridge where no other restaurant type bar had live music. So they thought that was a good niche that needed to be filled, and it's been very successful for us.
Cool. And how old were they when they opened the venue?
They were 22 years old.
22.
Yeah,
That's pretty young.
right out of college.
Yeah. Tell me a little bit about Blue River Bistro. What unique qualities keep people coming back?
Probably the main thing is that we're open all the time, 365 days a year. Lunch, dinner, and brunch on Sundays. We do a happy hour twice daily, 3 to 6 and then 9 to midnight. And then in the winter season, we do our live music. Sunday through Thursday, and then in the off season we go to Friday, Saturday. So we're one of the only places in town where you can actually enjoy dinner and live music at the same time.
Have you guys done live music from the beginning, or did it start as just a bar?
When Jay and Mark bought it, they started the live music. So for the past 10 years, they've had live music here.
Cool. And do you guys serve food all day?
All day.
And how many nights a week would you say you book live music during the ski season?
Ski season we do Sunday through Thursday, so 5 nights a week, 5 p.m. to 10 p.m. And then once the off season hits, we go Friday, Saturdays. And then we'll go back in the summer to Sunday through Thursday. And then again in the off season, the spring or the fall off season, we go back to our Friday, Saturday.
Cool. And are you open if you don't have live music?
We are.
Yeah.
Yep.
And what other permits are involved in having live music in your bar?
We have to have a cabaret license.
What's the cabaret? And how do you guys go about finding good artists to book?
We go by inquiry. However, because they've been in business for so long with the live music, they've found what bands work for them and what bands don't. So we primarily like jazz, with the exception of Sunday nights in the winter when we have a guy who plays contemporary hits, but he does very well.
Okay.
And he does it in the summer too, actually, where we have more kids and it's all requests. But most of our musicians are some type of jazz or blues. We try them out. We have a trial period and see how our guest response is. And if they're offensive to the guests, we don't bring them back. And if the guests seem to enjoy them and enjoy their dining experience here, then we keep them coming back. So we found some good musicians this year.
Cool.
And we've been really fortunate.
If an artist doesn't bring out a large crowd the first few times, where do you draw the line between personal interest in the artist and what bands deserve the best shows?
We pretty much base it off of the customer response. So if they are not happy with the music music that's being played here, we certainly can't have an artist come back because we really need those repeat customers. And we really need, because it's so word of mouth in this town, where even the locals, when you work somewhere, you're always, guests are always asking where to go, and we depend a lot on that. And if the people that are locals that come in here don't like the music or find it offensive, or they're certainly not going to send a guest in here that we
Right.
listen to. So we can't have any personal opinions, even though we might hate it. We can't. Like I said, the Sunday night person, it's not exactly what this restaurant, what we kind of portray, but because he has such a great response, we keep him, and the guests enjoy him, and we deal with it. We listen to Katy Perry.
But it brings out a good crowd. So.
We listen to, if people are asking when Rob Whipshire, Mark Schlaper, or whoever is playing, Jerry White, we make notes about that. So it's really important for booking for the following season.
Cool.
To know that these certain artists are requesting more than others.
Nice. And would you guys prefer to have live music on a given night, or would you rather have it just say for the weekends or busy nights?
I think Jay and Mark would prefer to have it 7 nights a week, but in the wintertime, it's so busy in here, and we're such a small restaurant that we've had so many complaints on Fridays and Saturdays, and we made the decision to stop it on Fridays and Saturdays.
Oh, really?
Although I think, when I first started here 4 years ago, we did have it 7 nights a week, and just through guest complaints about how loud it is, we actually stopped on Fridays and Saturdays, and that's why we switched to the off-season Fridays and Saturdays to actually bring, because there are people coming up on weekends, so
Right.
it brings people in, and we're not as crazy busy like we are during the prime winter season. I think if it was any of our preferences, we would have it 7 nights a week, because it's good. It makes our night go by faster.
Yeah,
people
right.
enjoy it. It brings in a great crowd. If we had a bigger restaurant, I know it'd be 7 nights a week.
Yeah.
It's such a plus to have here.
For sure.
Yeah, and it's so cool working with the musicians. It's just really neat. No other place has it in, where you can just eat
Watch the music.
and listen to music and watch it out.
Right. Are there any setbacks or hassles that come with housing live music?
Well, yeah, and mainly there are some guests that don't enjoy the live music, and we get some guests in here that want the quietest foods in a restaurant, and we are not a quiet restaurant. And we've since changed our marketing scheme where we don't say that we're the romantic place to come.
You may have noticed that Blue River Bistro is open 365 days a year. This is certainly not the norm for businesses in Breckenridge, most of which close for a portion of the mud season between May and November. Perhaps it's not a coincidence that a restaurant with live music almost every night packs a full house year-round, while others struggle to find their niche in this competitive ski town.